Okay, we opened today on the second trading day of the month with the Bank of England and the European Central Bank expected to keep present rates as they are and current policies intact. No change. And that's going to be probably the call for the June FOMC meeting too, as we move to it, with most bets saying that the Fed increases interest rates in July, if then. The Fed will speak in support of higher interest rates at some point in the future when the data permits. I'm sure Draghi's comments today will center around the fact that our policies are working, they're accomplishing what they're doing. We're a little concerned about the lack of inflation and maybe economic growth, and we're ready to do anything and everything the market needs to support our economies, etc. And that's going to be pretty much the meme that all central banks follow. Okay, we had challenger job cuts, corporate layoffs. Last month was 65K. This month's 30,000, so that will be taken as a positive economic effect. The ADP number plus 175K. The default has been 200,000, but it's dropped to 175 this year, showing that growth is slowing. Jobless claims 267. That's kind of the default number, 270 give or take. Natural gas inventories plus 83. Crude inventories minus 2.7. The APIs built last night. And Draghi's at 8:30 Eastern. So I think tomorrow's non-farm payroll number, which is forecast at 158, it may be lower because of the Verizon strike, will make this number come and go pretty quickly. So I see a trading range right now, and resistance starts at 24 to 28. Our first sell is 23.27. Second sell, which would catch the top end of the trading range, is 31 to 03. On the buy side, 13 to 17. And then 5 to 9. When we're in a trading range market, being patient usually is where the reward is for a trader. The 23 is pretty aggressive. It is where resistance starts, so we're just leaning against resistance on our number 1 points, and we'll see if they come out. Market's just kind of mid-range. You want to be selling into 130, and you want to be buying into 129.12 right now. Knob spread managed to gain a few overnight, but not overwhelmingly so. Not a big movement. So again, suggesting trading range. And resistance begins at the buck to 04. 07 to 11, sell 1. 15 to 19, sell 2. On the buy side, 20 to 24. So 17 to 13, buy 1. 1 to 5, buy 2. Okay, gold was holding its own when I looked a couple hours ago. Kind of mid-range, so we got a seller 22 to 25. Looks like it's going to test resistance first. 29 to 31 for sell 2. On the buy side, we're at 19, so 13 to 15 buy 1. 9 to 11 buy 2. So we're trying to sell 25s to 30s, and we're trying to buy 10s to 15s. And expect a trading range here too. Okay, no changes were expected in Bank of England or European Central Bank policies this morning. The euro had rallied into the announcements. Had the high in London, which is always a good place to do a split for the currency markets. So here we are at 1188. So kind of where we were yesterday. 112 even, sell 1. 1225, sell 2. On the buy side, 1175. Now Draghi picks up the mic. If he says something, this market can move 100 ticks quickly. So it is trying to sell right now. I think I'm going to put buy 1 at 1150. Buy 2 at 25. 100 ticks below the overnight session high, give or take. Looks like it's going to try to trade lower. Got to get to 75 to get at that number. Okay, OPEC meets today. Nobody expects OPEC to get anything in the way of production cuts. OPEC and their prognosticators and big central bank forecasters and our major primary dealers are all forecasting that supply will be cut by the decrease in crude oil produced by marginal producers. Fracking, shale oil, usually 2 to 3 years of production, then it's gone unless you go back in and refrac or retreat the well. And there's a lot of wells that have been drilled, a lot of wells sitting on the sideline. They're finding that they can go back in and refrac those wells and get production out of them, but that won't happen at these prices. So everybody expects as the production curves drop that the extra supply is going to come out of North America. And right now that looks like it's probably true. So OPEC, nobody expects anything to change. So 49, 49.50, sell 1. 49.75, 49.50. I mean 50 even, sell 2. On the buy side, 48.50, 48 and a quarter, buy 1. And then 47.75, 48, buy 2. All subject to announcements from OPEC. There will be news leaks. They meet all day today on breaks. Reporters will be hand-fed the information that OPEC wants them to get. And they'll watch and see how the market responds. Okay, the ES usually moves in the short term in the direction that screws the most people short term. Everybody and their mother is bearish, and where recent highs in the 2105 area, 2103, 2105 are again within reach. So resistance is 2100, 2105. I do expect them to get stops above the overnight session high, but once again, the easiest trade to see is failure to take out and hold 2100, 2105. So sell 1 is going to be 99 to 01. Sell 2, 04 to 06, and it's just where resistance happens to be. On the buy side, 88's proven to be to 90's, but proven to be pretty good support. So 91 to 89, buy 1. 84 to 86, buy 2. ADP 175. Jobless claims 267. Challenger job cuts are behind us. Natural gas plus 83B. Crude minus 2.7. My guess is crude won't come in at minus 2.7, but OPEC's going to be what swings the market today. Everybody asks, how can the market be this high? Pretty simple, G20. Every central bank in the world not only supports markets through interest rates and policy statements, some of them buy stocks outright. And Japan and Switzerland, the National Bank, have been cited for doing such. There is a lot of speculation that the United States Fed has had Switzerland buy stocks for them, so who knows. But central bank support for the stock markets is what is holding us up and will continue to hold us up. It's not economic news. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. Reg's comments are spot on. It's there. It's part of the reserve structure. Ready to be produced when prices warrant. Right, Reg? See y'all as soon as I can.